Lo- Hello, welcome. Hello. Today is is it seven? Day seven of our Women of Color Leadership Live series, where I am going live every day for 21 days in February with tips, tricks, and secrets to help Black women, specifically and women of color, land leadership roles. So, hey, ladies, everybody, thanks for watching, thanks for joining. If you are new to my channel or new to my network, hey, I am Latrice Huff, career and leadership coach to ambitious women of color, and it is my mission and it is my movement to put more Black women and women of color in leadership roles and positions of power. And I do that by my career coaching programs, my courses to help them, and obviously by giving away so much free content. Today's topic, we're going to be kind of quick too. It's a little bit later today. Very busy day, but all good stuff. But I just wanted to come on here and give you all some tips of what's been coming up and a lot of questions that I've been getting about leadership resumes for Black women. I've been talking a lot about like sharing your accomplishments and bragging, like kind of going against things that we've been taught culturally, right? So, with that, I've been just getting the question of like, okay, so what should I put on my leadership resume? And I think I'm going to do a whole lot on some of the mistakes I see, like really being very transactional, and just talking about like what you provided this and what you did versus what you accomplished and the impact that you made. So yes, I think I'm gonna do a whole separate one. So if you want to hear more about that, like some of the mistakes, or if you all want like a checklist, let me know, okay? Because I can have that as well. So, if you're like Latrice, I am loving this series and you want to continue watching, be sure to follow me and hit the notification bell. That way, you get notified anytime I go live, right? And you can also ask me your questions in the comments. Thanks everyone for watching. Give me a hey, hi. Let me know where you're joining from. As always, if you're watching the live, hashtag live, and if you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. And I want to tell you all, I had a few people ask me about my programs. So, if you are interested, I do have a group program, which is the Fearless Branding Formula. That program is designed to help women of color increase their salary by $20,000 to $50,000 and land a six-figure promotion. We're already in the middle of that one, though. We can talk if that's what you're interested in, but that program has already started. And then I also have my Leadership Legacy program, which is specifically designed for Black women and women of color who are looking for leadership roles or who are already in leadership roles and they want to succeed. And this is including having your own business. Right? So go ahead and book a call, get on my calendar. Let's chat. All right. I'm excited to meet everyone. Let's see. Hey, Maxine from Brooklyn. Hey. Okay. So as we're kind of coming on in, you guys, let me know if you have any questions too. But I'm just going to go ahead and get started. As you all know, if you've watched before, you also know that I am doing a 21-day career confidence challenge with my clients. And I decided to share the first 7 days with you all so you can have some very practical tips about what to do to improve your career confidence as a Black woman in corporate America. Okay. So for day 7, what we're doing is we are actually talking and telling 1 to 3 people about an accomplishment. We talked about this yesterday, I believe, too. And I was like, put an accomplishment in, like brag a little bit. Put your accomplishments in the comments. I want to continue to see you all having accomplishments, putting accomplishments in the comment section. All right. So, speaking of accomplishments, what should be on your leadership resume? Accomplishments. Yes, please. Yes. From top to bottom, I should see accomplishments. And I have a rule that I like to do for my clients, which is whatever you say your ideal salary is, then you should show on your resume throughout from top to bottom that you have created, saved, generated, prevented loss of 3 times that amount. Essentially, what you're doing is like, hey, I want 200,000. I'm showing you how I've already saved, created, um generated 600,000. And it doesn't have to be all in one at one job. It can just show on your resume, but that is a great rule of thumb to be like, I need to show my accomplishments and I need to add metrics. Okay. Accomplishments and metrics. And the good rule of thumb, whatever your salary is, you want to show that you saved, generated, created, prevented loss of at least 3 times that amount. Okay. I mean, I'm giving y'all all my 6 figure secrets right here. All right. All right. I'm dropping the gems, giving y'all the 6 figure secrets. Then, and this kind of goes into the mistakes. I was going to talk about like mistakes too, but I'm talking about what should be on there too. Please show your leadership skills. Yes, do you know how many leadership resumes I get? And I see women looking for leadership roles, and they literally don't have the word leadership on there, don't have a word about coaching, mentoring, overseeing how many people you manage. None of that is on there. Please put that on your resume. Look at your resume and seriously have a critical eye and like, do I even have the word leadership? Do a search. like, do I have the word leadership on there as a skill, as a branding, somewhere, leadership development? Are you talking about how you've coached, mentored, supervised? Are you having that on there? The actual skills. So we want to have the word leadership and then the actual skills of leadership that fall under leadership. Do you have that on your resume? If not, it should be on there and it should read like this from top to bottom. All right. Then you should, and I said this before, you should be showing your brand. And I like to say your leadership brand. It is very important for leadership roles. You want to make 6 figures above 200, 300. You have to show not just your experience, but your brand and why you are different. Because at this level, everybody's going to be qualified. So if you just play the qualifications game, one, there will always be somebody that has more experience, and two, most of the people that they interview are going to be qualified. So you need to stand out with something else and showing like your brand again, top to bottom. I like to show it right at the top. What is unique, different about you? And what that means is, what is the problem that you solve? All right. What's the problem that you solve? What's the unique way that you solve it that's going to help this company? And then a caveat to what we have in our programs is depending on your salary, your ideal salary, is telling we then go into okay, these are the things you need to talk about on your resume. So my clients that want to get to 6 figures, okay, yes, you need to be talking about your brand and like the unique way you do things. When you're trying to get to that 150, 200, you need to be talking about your brand, the unique way you do things, and the problem you solve. Then the higher up you go, you want to get to that 300,000, 400,000 mark. You need to be talking about the industry impact, all those things. And what's the industry impact? How are you going to expand market share? How have you done that before? So there are different things that you need to focus on for that income level. But what I'm telling you all are the overall things that you need on your leadership resume. Okay. And definitely that branding piece. Definitely talking about the people like the leadership skills. If you have supervised, managed, oversaw a team, please put that on there. And I want to see the number of people. Yes. Okay. If you oversaw a department of 15, put it on there. If you oversaw a department of 5, put it on there as well. Accomplishments. Another one, y'all, and y'all know we go back and forth with this. Credentials behind your name, certifications, certificates, trainings, speaking engagements. All of these should be on your leadership resume. That's not something you're going to tell me and never put on your resume. We should actually see if you did public speaking, if you were on a panel, if you've trained people, that should be on your resume. The trainings you've taken. Some people are like, oh, Latrice, I have a certificate, but I don't have a certification. Does that count? Yes, it counts. Put it on your resume. Yes, it counts. Okay. So just to clarify, like you could be like, oh, I have a certificate in HR, but I have a certification, but I have a SHRM certification as an HR professional. Those could be different things. You want you put them both on there, okay? Oh, and let me just share this. I had this separate under branding. You are going to have a branding statement, okay? Branding statement. And this is going back. I should see on your resume somewhere the term business transformation. Remember how I talked about like the biggest mistake I see is the transactionness of a resume. Like I'll get a client's resume and they're showing it to me and it's all transactions. It's kind of what you did instead of the impact that you had. Let me know if this makes sense. All right. Hey Edna from from New Jersey. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for sharing and showing up live. Let me know if y'all feeling this, okay? And the difference of like, okay, I did a transaction versus a transformation. You can literally have the term business transformation on there, but you should be talking about the transformation that you did for that company and the impact. Okay, because sometimes we get into provided this, did this, counted that, great, but what did you manage, oversee, improve, remove, delete, save time on, redo a new process, make something more accurate? That's what we want to see. Okay. Change man What I will see a lot of times is the word change management, and that's great. If you look at your resume and you have the word change management, excellent. In the description, right under your work experience, I should see a project, like what was the actual thing of the change management. Don't just tell us the word. We need to see a bullet point about that too. Okay. Because that's another kind of like mistake I see is we put the word, we'll put the word, but then we don't see the backup to show like, hey, I've actually done this, right? And then collaboration. Just as much as you doing something as an individual and taking credit for it, absolutely. But also on a leadership resume, collaboration is huge. Can you collaborate with other teams? Can you work with other people? Can you get things done? As a leader, you're not going to be in a silo. You're always going to need your team, another team, a team. Like you're working up, down, side to side. You're always going to need to collaborate, so that's another huge thing too that we want to see on that leadership resume. And then how did you advise, consult, counsel senior leadership and executives? Right? Again, this is going to the impact and seeing you as a strategist and a business and someone who specializes in business transformation versus someone who's just tactical and does transactions. Okay. Um, so, just to recap, let me know if you all have any questions because I said I was going to come in here, make this brief but impactful. What you need to have on that leadership resume. So, how you're going to write it, top to bottom, again, your ideal salary, you're going to show that you have improved, saved, created, generated at least 3 times as much. This alone will get you your ideal salary. People are always worried about how do I negotiate it in? The negotiation starts before you even apply. It starts with that resume, like, oh no, whatever the salary is, I'm telling you, I deserve more than that, right? Then showing the actual leadership skills on your resume, the skills required for leadership, again, coaching, mentoring, overseeing a team, showing that, showing the number of people you supervise, manage, actually writing it clear as day on there. And then making sure, again, you have your accomplishments with metrics. Again, any education that you have or are pursuing. I get this a lot. People, again, they tell me something that's not on their resume, and then they're like, "Oh, Latrice, I didn't put this, master's degree on my resume because I'm not, I don't have it yet." And it's like, but you're pursuing it, so please put that on there. Any certifications or certificates and trainings, you're going to put that on there. Then you're also going to add, again, correlating to your leadership skills, presentations, public speaking that you've done, panels that you were on, trainings that you hosted. You're going to put that on your leadership resume. All right, that's showing the leadership. You're going to put that on there. Is it Nataria? She says, I never thought about stating the why on the resume. Yes. Yes, we want to be like, this is what. Oh yeah, the why. Why are you gonna pay me? Yes, on there up front. the why, the explaining of a word. Yes, we want to have it on there so they see right away. We don't want no questions. Any questions they have for us, we want to ask this during the interview, right? The branding piece again, top to bottom, the problem you solve, why you're the best candidate, why you're better, why you're the better, faster, better, faster. What did I say? Better, faster was something else than the next candidate. Right there, your brand. You should actually have your branding statement on your resume, especially as a leader. Okay. And then making sure that you're showing the business transformation that you created versus just the transactions that you do. This is a huge mistake that I see on the leader, especially the Black women. I'm calling y'all out because it's Black History Month and I want y'all to win. So I need you to see yourself as a winner and put those wins on your resume. Okay? Put them on there. Look, I'm like, put them on there. I know you have them. The impact. Okay? Think about that. Again, I see the word change management, but we're not putting on how you changed, what you did. You should have a bullet point on there. Then we're collaboration and how you advised or consult. Okay. This is for you all. So I'm seeing these leadership resumes, and companies are hiring. As much as we're hearing about, these layoffs, I'm having my clients have like laying like 3 or 4 interviews a week. So just know companies are still interviewing and they're still hiring for high level roles. All right. Like now is a very good time. I'm seeing companies hire way more than I did a few months ago. Right. So they're still hiring. And then one of the questions I got was how often you should apply per week. Now, we have all seen those posts and people like, I've applied to 100 jobs, or it takes a full time job to. I don't believe in that. Please don't apply to 100 jobs in a week. I've said this before. That's when you don't have a strategy. I used to say 3 to 5 resumes per week if you can. I would now say about 5 to 10 because things are changing. Timing is of the essence. So as soon as you see a job that you're interested in, I would apply. Don't sit on it, come back, review. Like if you see it's something that you're going to be interested in, go ahead and go after it. But the main thing is to have your resume correct, showing that you are leadership at a high level, showing automatically at the money that you deserve, and then the steps you take after you apply is what really is going to help you land the interview. Okay. So if you all have this question of like, how many jobs should I apply to? You could do 3 to 5, 3 to 10 a week. But if you're actively looking for a job, I definitely would recommend a decent amount, but 100, not in a week. No, because that just means you're just clicking a button and you don't have a strategy. All right. So I hope this helps. We covered a lot. I was like, I'm gonna come on here, make it quick. I'm gonna check the comments really quickly before I hop off because they don't always show on my screen. So I just wanted to check the comments, but I was like, I'm gonna come on here, be really quick. I wanted to make sure this was jam packed and you all got the tips and advice that you all needed. Okay. And then if you all have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. Let me know, or if you have another topic you want me to cover. All right. Bye. Have a great night.